singles next year. And I'm also going to finish my home recording studio because I haven't finished it yet. I'm going to finish that. I'm going to... Oh, God, I'm making a long list now.
This list is going to be this big soon.
I'm going to get proficient on my guitar.
Ooh,
no more messing about.
Oh, but it's so easy to procrastinate.
It is.
I'm going to do this after I've done this.
Yeah.
And after I've done this.
I think what I really need to do is the things that I tend to do before I turn to music is I don't do them.
Yeah.
You know, if the house isn't hoovered, so what?
You know what I've started doing? This just made me think. I was looking at it this morning, and I was doing my one for next month. So I've started. You can't see on here, but Dawn can see over there. That's my habit tracker. So I've started that for this month, and I've put loads of little things down in relation to production, singing, songwriting, guitar practice, piano practice, and using my looper. And what I've done is basically a month's grid with a little spot for each of those things, so I can see what I've managed to do each day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I'm trying to fill every single box in, but what I'm trying to do is get perhaps a little bit more understanding of where are my good habits going. And I can already see that I'm doing a lot more with my singing, obviously. And I think with my guitar, so you can see the top two sections, I've got a lot more ticks. And then my songwriting and my production and my loop is just blankety blank. So what I'm going to do is carry on that each month and just see if I can start to balance it out a little bit more. And it's even if it's not a case that I'm trying to do like a half an hour of songwriting, a half an hour of this or an hour here, even if it's just a case of a 2-minute watch of a production technique on Instagram or something like that. I'm just trying to get more into better habits and using the time that I do this on my phone to do this in a more productive way, or pick up an instrument and that sort of thing. So hopefully, yes, we'll see the habit tracker doing its thing throughout the year, maybe.
Well, do you know, it's funny you mentioned that, because about 18 months ago, could be a little longer, stay with me on this.
Oh, it could be a long one.
I went to a psychic night at a local pub with a couple of my friends, and
she likes her psychic nights, by the way.
I do. I've been to a couple, and I've seen one lady twice, and I won't go into detail, but she frightened me. She was so spot on.
Yeah,
the things that she was able to tell me that nobody could have possibly known. But this was another lady, and she was talking to me about music and the songwriting and all of this, because she'd done some cards and crystals, and she was saying, whatever this new career is of yours, she said, it's here that you can be successful. She said, but what you need to do is, the way you used to have your planner when you were working at the law firm, you knew what you had to do every single day. It was in your diary. It was all scheduled, deadlines, You need to treat this new career in exactly the same way. And she said, I'm not saying you have to do 7 days a week, but at least 5. Plan it. You've got Google calendars, you've got handwritten calendars. Plan it. That this is what I do on Monday, this is what I do, and just plot it in. And so I actually watched a YouTube training video yesterday about being content creator, irrespective of what your field is. And this lady actually has her Google calendar, and she plots. And she said she randomly takes pieces of footage, and she calls them a B-roll. And she logs them all on her laptop and her external hard drive. And she said, yes, it does take time, but then when you're searching for them, you've got it all there to make a reel, to schedule a post. And I put it in where I'm going to post, what it's going to be about, and I keep to that schedule. She said, because what is it they say? You've consumed enough. Now it's time to create. You've seen enough of what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
It's time for you to create now in your way. And I thought, because I've started to download videos, etc., and photographs from my phone to the laptop.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to pay for iCloud storage.
Yeah.
And I have started to label everything now and put them into folders like Open Mic November, blah, 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 so that I can just go there. Because before it was just a maze of what the hell is all of this stuff?
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I need to spend time and go through and label everything. And then it's there, it's a resource. And like she said, you can post something today using X amount of your B-rolls, but then in 2 weeks' time, you can use some of them again.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to remember that you've used that particular clip in, and you know, and she said, and set your music to it and set your video to it. And I was, oh my God, she makes it sound so easy, but she makes it sound doable as long as you do the prep.
Yeah.
And I thought, yes, you're right with your habit tracker. It's about scheduling the time. And that's what I was thinking. I have to get my housework done, the washing, the shopping, the cooking, and then once
it always comes at the end, doesn't it?
I've got to flip it the other way now.
Yeah.
Because when I was full-time working, I couldn't put everything first. I had to do the job first. Yeah. So, yeah. Mindset change.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Yeah. But we've got to try. New year.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're on this. We've got this.
Not a problem.
Yeah, wait till December 26th.
Yeah.
What happened? Well, we released 5 singles, 4 EPs,
12 albums, and now we're exhausted.
So we're taking a break for 5 minutes.
Well,
no, but we can do it.
Yeah. So I think my aim is the 3 things I do definitely want to do. I've got a collaboration that was done a few years ago with actually an old pharmacy friend that I studied pharmacy with, and he produced a song that I wrote a few years ago. So I'm just redoing the vocals on that. Now I'm finding that one really hard because I'm actually just remixing the vocals on top of the whole mix that he's done. And I don't know, I'm putting myself at blocks in the way because it's not mixing the whole thing, even though technically it should be easier. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that by hook or by crook, and I'm going to take out my perfectionist head and just put it to one side and say, look, it's a release, okay? So if I think it's, you know, reasonably okay, it's going to get out there, it's going to do more out there than it is just being tinkered around with. Secondly, I'm going to release another one of my own songs, and then my third thing I want to do is to do an EP, 4 or 5 songs, which is basically taking 4 or 5 songs from my back catalogue that I did in my 20s, and just in a very simple format, so mainly voice and guitar, which is how they were written.
Uncut.
And obviously I have got recordings of them, but obviously they were really, really bad recordings. And an old Tascam portable 4-track studio, nonetheless. But I'm going to redo those so that so I can give people a taste of where everything sort of started. But then my next project after that, which I was suspecting is likely to be the following year now.
Yeah, because
2027, because that's quite a lot already, considering I did no songs in 2025. But I say I did no songs, I wrote loads, but I want to do, and I think I've mentioned this to you before, an album entitled something like Extraordinary Women, which is about each song about a different woman, either fictional or factual sort of person, and do an album of songs on that ilk without saying too much. But I want to get at least 10 songs, so that's going to be a little bit more of a project.
Yeah.
So I'm not guaranteeing that one for 2026.
But you might get to start it by the end of 2026.
Yes, I'm hoping that I could at least perhaps get it all recorded, and then maybe as a start to drop it early part of 2027 maybe.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, so there's Those is my plans, as they would say.
Well, we've just got to make each other accountable.
Yeah. And stop each other and go, have you?
Have you done this?
Have you done this? Oh, just
how's
one
it
more glass
going?
of fizz. No more glasses of fizz.
Let me just get the Hoover out.
Leave the Hoover.
Leave the Hoover. Step away from the Hoover.
The place is not dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's some plots and plans.
There are.
For
I
this
quite
year.
like them. Quite excited for yours. I'm excited for
I'm
mine.
exciting for both of us.
Yeah.